Hello, good evening. Sorry for not speaking Slovakian or Czech. We speak a kind of English with an accent. My name is Peter de Mick. I'm Dutch, but we live in France. My wife is Elsie, but she will introduce herself. What I just want to say, we're going to play a little movie to explain what we do, and afterwards we talk more about it. So first, Elsie, you want to say it?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being there, and thank you for inviting us on this Fashion Week. It's been really an amazing time already, and we are discovering really nice people. And but we talk later. I'll show the movie now. Thank you.
The way in which we shop today has changed dramatically. More and more independent multi-brand shops are closing because they are losing money every day. Their existing style of business is just not competitive with the internet. As a result, we see more and more empty spaces on our high streets where our shops used to be. Can you tell me something about your shop?
Yes, when we first opened our independently owned fashion boutique, we focused on women clothing in the medium to high-end range with great success.
You said first opened, so this changed over time?
Yes, it did. Sales were all right at first. In fact, we had several good years, but 2014, we noticed a difference. We discovered that some of our clientele were now shopping via the internet, which meant a reduction in our turnover, but overall cost remains the same.
So, what is happening to shops like yours?
Independent multi-brand shops are disappearing.
What does this mean for our shopping experience?
Well, firstly, towns and cities are becoming less frequent because of the loss of diversity of independent shops. These shops are also vital outlets for new designers and smaller brands whose presence increases the diversity and the overall fun of the shopping experience.
Independent shops actually have a bigger role than we think?
Yes, besides their social function as an employer, there are centers of retail innovation, supporting new brands and designers while providing a unique and exciting experience to customers. This is why these shops are vital to our community and to society as a whole.
So, how did you and your shop survive?
Well, since we are now living in a sharing economy, we realized that we could use our space better if we shared it. So what we did was maximize our space usage, helped by brands and designers, and lowered our outgoings.
That sounds great. How does that work?
A brand agrees to place their product in a shop like ours. The brand gets a new outlet for their products, and the shop's cash flow requirement is reduced. The only big challenge is finding those innovative brands for your shop.
So, where can brands and shops go to be connected together?
Based on our experience, we created cuckooshop.com. It's an introduction service where shops and brands can meet to do exactly this kind of business. Brands and shops present themselves with specific information about who they are, and what they want. And then the system matches them.
What is the status of cuckooshop.com now?
It's online and active globally. Everyone could sign up now.
Okay, thank you. Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Wat gaan we doen?
Ja, wat over? So as we discussed in the movie, me being a shop owner and being on the other end and receiving brands and designers and trying to make the connection between the consumer and you and the designers, we felt that the whole ballgame was changing, and that if we wanted to have a chance to survive, but also to give an experience and service to customers that were lacking it more and more, we needed to focus how we could change in the global game of this of the retail, and that is why we started very slowly, just doing by ourselves, introducing new designers to our customers, and having more choices, and giving more experience and service, and finding the difference. Why does people still want to have internet, but also want to have shops? And the big thing is that internet, whatever they do, they will never replace people that serve you and help you and give you advice and will be looking for you to having the perfect outfit. So we wanted to focus on what was our strength, instead of trying to compete with big fast fashion and pricing that we could never compete with. And that's is, and when we started talking with our suppliers and our designers, we found that there was also for them a struggle, because although internet could be a way to get themselves known, it's also a struggle to get a place on this internet platform where there's a lot of a competition. And I always see it as a big shopping mall where you are not quoted, you enter and there's no plan. So nobody can find you, and once they find you, how can they trust you? Because you're new, are they sure that they will, the product will reach them? So there was this disconnect, and we tried with Cuckoo Shop to get the connection back again. So, and that's how we started with the whole project.
Cuckoo Shop is really designed for, especially for designers and smaller brands that want to be in a real shop. As Elsie said, internet does not give the service to the smaller brands or exclusive brands. Even the ex-CEO of Alibaba, Mr. Jack Ma, he said, online, that means the internet sales, can only exist when there's offline shops. If there's not an offline shop, there's no online sales. We've had quite some experience with brands that are in our pilot shop in Nice. And we work with, because that's very important to know, a designer, if he only wants to design for himself, he's an artist. He can make a painting. But if you want to design something that people want to wear, or you are proud that they wear it for you, you have to find the customer. And that's why we make it easier for the designers to find worldwide shops. It's an international platform. That means we have shops we will have shops everywhere in the world, but as a startup we don't have them everywhere yet. But we will have shops everywhere. We have shops now at this time in Belgium, the Netherlands and France that are working with our system. But we have brands from all over the world. Brands that are really looking for shops, they find us.
So what is important also in the process is that, and that is why we are very happy to be with European Fashion Accelerator, and that we can work together and also with jobs, because in a way we feel that a lot of potential is there, and that we will be one of these one of these possibilities to get out there and to find your customer. So in your becoming professional as a designer is very important. Knowing your customer is very important. So as we will be working all together, it will give you the potential to have it all, and in a way that the bases are sane and you can grow slowly but surely, and not just be one a fire that accelerates for one or two, 3 seasons, and then suddenly the demand is so much that you can't follow anymore because the basis is not well done. And it's really also for the shop owners, as me, it's such a pleasure to go back, in fact, why I am in fashion. And sometimes it became too commercial, and now we can combine the two. We can be commercial, but still have this part of the creativity that you give to us, and that we can give back to the customer, and the fact that they know that they're being part of something that's different than all this fast fashion, and we're talking about sustainability. I'm very bad in my English, sorry. But and
sustainability.
And the environment. This helps because they know that they're in another circle which is you can control. There is a communication from A, B, C, D, E, and which is a little bit lost. Even though there's the internet and you can find everything, it's a little bit lost because it's not human anymore.
We have, there are studies about, and everybody knows Zalando, they have a return rate of 72%. 72% of all the articles, especially fashion, is somewhere. It's going to be there and it's going to be sent back. This is a very big impact on the environment. Not only the transport, but also the overproduction they make, because they just make too much products. It's really not good for the environment to have the overproduction, and afterwards they burn it, or I don't know what they do with it. We have noticed that quite some of our designers that subscribe to our platform are very well aware of the environment, and they, let's say, they don't make green stuff, but they are very aware of it, and they know that they have to be careful with materials, but also with the transport. One of the things we would like to announce, but you have already noticed that we are here, we partner really with EFA, and I hope there's some designers here that are interested to work with us. You can always ask us, or Vera, or Carolina, because we know that if we help each other, we can make a difference in the world of fashion, and especially the slow fashion, the better fashion than the fast fashion. I don't know. Can I ask a question? Are you all designers, or are you students? Or can I ask you a question? Are you a designer? Okay, and you're designing clothing or bags or accessories? And what would you like to do when you finish your studies?
If I could, I would like to continue with creativity and lifestyle. But because I'm almost finishing now, so I can see like there's no really way for me to start my own brand.
And do you think a platform like ours could help you? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Can I ask you the same question? The lady on the right with the black top?
Well, I'm not a designer. Interested in fashion.
Oh, you're not a designer, but you're interested in fashion. Okay, and I can ask you, but I know. We really want to help the designers and also the shops, because we think we have to share the income as well. Because designing is not only making a design; it's also the economy that's behind it. It's the production where it goes to, and everybody has to make has to get a piece of the cake. We know in France we have the VAT, the value added tax. That's 20%. So already 20% of everything we sell goes to the French state, to the government, and we would like to share the rest with the people who work for it. So that means the designer and the shopkeeper and everybody in between.
So I just advise you, we will be taking questions, so please go ahead. But have a look at the website, at the platform. You will see that there's other movies that explain how it works and how it can help you. As Peter told, we are just starting. We started almost 1.5 years now. We had a fabulous business angel that followed us. So it's also, we are in our starting blocks, but the good part of it is that you can interact really directly with us. So if you miss something or you don't understand something, you just the help at cuckooshop.com is replied immediately because we're behind it. So that's very, very good. So take advantage of that you are with us in the startup. And we can also, as we have the experiences of being shop owners and knowing the questions that sometimes are risen and even transport and how do, I don't have a VAT number yet or something, with EFA and everybody, we can help you get just this step further. So please don't hesitate to have a look and to subscribe, and it will be a pleasure receiving.
And there's also one thing, because we're not afraid of the internet. We're going to use the internet as well, also to sell the products of the creators that are on the platform. There's going to be one difference. We're not going to send it from the factory to somebody, and no, we ask the customer to come and collect it and try it, because then we know it's really for the person, that it's good, and that they don't order size 36, 38, 40, and they wear it or they don't wear it and they send it back. But we really want to do it. The other thing is we are working a lot with Instagram and other social media, also with influencers that can wear a designer's clothes, and they say, okay, I have so many followers, I'm wearing a dress by this and this designer or this and this brand. Come and ask and if you are interested, you can see it at a cuckoo shop nearby you. So we're not afraid of internet, we use the internet as well.
If you have any questions, please be our guests. Yes. Well, yes. That's why we are very happy to work with EFA, because you will be guided with them. So indeed, there has to be already like a structure, because customers that come in a cuckoo shop will want to have a piece that is ready to wear and that is okay. We work in my shop. We work with designers that only make one piece, and that I will make it. I will ask the designer if she can make it on the size of the customer. So, but it involves a lot of work, and it involves also a lot of how can I say it? The customer has to be patient. And nowadays, customers are not that patient anymore. They are used to having everything immediately. But on the other hand, if they know it's unique, they are willing to wait. So, but you need to have a ground, a steady base. It's important that you know where you go.
You need a structure. You have to be a company. You don't have to be a big company, but you really have to subscribe, because it's a professional site. It's a business to business. But you don't have to make a extreme big collection. Also there we say, why make a big collection if you know you're going to test the market, for instance. So it is more that you are aware that you're a company, that you have to calculate your own price, and we can help that, and you have to calculate your profit as well, and the cost of transport to the shop. But for the rest, it's you who decides. It's your collection.
For example, we have one designer that doesn't believe anymore in collections. So she just makes pieces, and so she will send us every 2-3 weeks something new. So, which for me as a shop, I will say to my customers, this designer, you have to come in really regularly, because she will have another item waiting for you that maybe is more for you than the other ones. So it gives this, we're trying to achieve also is that getting customers back into the shop, they can realize they can have a beautiful choice, not only by surfing on the internet. You can go to and discover some and become fan. I have really some customers that are waiting for new pieces of new designers. So it's there's a kind of out of the box thinking. And that's also very, for you as a designer, can be very interesting, because sometimes it can inspire you to go in another direction that you thought you would go.
Is that an answer to your question? Yeah. Any more questions? No? Then I think, thank you very much. If you want to see us or talk to us, we are here today and tomorrow. Otherwise, you can always ask Vera or Carolina for more information. Yeah, just be happy, and I hope everything will be
and
right.
get there and design and get us rest. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.